Good morning students. This is 12th standard botany video class, video 2. In this video, we are going to continue the lesson plant tissue culture. Dear students, in the previous video class, we have seen what is tissue culture. The other name of tissue culture is in vitro culture. This is one of the biotechnology method which can able to produce the cloned propagation plants in a large quantity. The term totipotency was introduced by the scientist Haberland. He was known as the father of the plant tissue culture. Then the basic concept of plant tissue cultures are totipotency, a single plant parts or an organ which gives rise to the entire organism under controlled environment in a culture medium. Then differentiation, that is that plant tissue or an organ which is differentiated into different types of cells with a form and a function. Then redifferentiation, the newly formed cell once again, that is the differentiated cell is again produced into the another type of a cell, that is known as redifferentiation. Then finally dedifferentiation, the newly formed cells which contains meristematic cells gives rise to the callus is known as dedifferentiation. These are all the four basic concepts of plant tissue culture, and we have seen three basic principles. First one, the explant is taken from the rest of your plant body. Second one, the explant is maintained under controlled physical environment and defined chemical medium. So these are all the three basic principles of plant tissue culture. And what is explant? A tissue or an organ which is taken from the plant body and placed in the culture medium under controlled condition to produce the new plant is known as explant. Up to this only we have seen in the previous video class. Now in this video we are going to see the different steps involved in the plant tissue culture. Dear students, in the previous video class, we have seen basic concept of plant tissue culture. Kindly note the word, I already told you. Basic concept of the plant tissue culture means the answer is totipotency, differentiation, redifferentiation and dedifferentiation. Now we are going to see basic techniques of plant tissue culture. That is they given here, techniques involved in plant tissue culture. First one, sterilization. The simple explanation of sterilization is to get rid of the microorganism such as virus, fungi and bacteria from the explant, culture vessel, culture tube, culture medium. That is known as sterilization. Not only that, what are all the equipments which you are using for the plant tissue culture method, that should be sterilized. That means to remove of the microorganism is known as sterilization. The entire plant tissue culture room is also sterilized by the application of certain chemical substances. That is known as sterilization. Single word of the answer is removal of microorganism from the environment. That means plant tissue culture environment is known as sterilization. Dear students, see the definition. It is a technique employed to get rid of microbes, I told you microorganism, such as bacteria and fungi in the culture medium, vessels, it means culture vessels, test tube like that, and explant. What is sterilization? Is the important 2-mark question. So the sterilization are in different types. First one, maintenance of aseptic environment. Aseptic environment means without toxic substance such as bacteria and fungi which are causing the diseases. Okay. Dear students, during plant tissue culture method or in vitro tissue culture method, we have to maintain the aseptic environmental condition. First one, sterilization of glassware. I told you what are all the things which we are using for plant tissue culture should be sterilized. Then forceps. With the help of the forceps only we are transferring the explant or whatever may be. So that forceps also sterilized. Scalpels is another one. Then all accessories in wet steam sterilization. Wet steam means, we all know that one, water vapor. Wet steam sterilization by autoclaving is an instrument which are going to remove the microorganism. That is known as autoclaving at the temperature of 15 psi. Psi is then unit, just modified into 121 degree Celsius. For how many minutes? 15 to 30 minutes. That is the first sterilization method, that is autoclaving. It's an electronic instrument, look like a vessel, like a pot. The outer surfaces look like a large vessel. So that method, in that autoclaving, we are applying 121 degrees Celsius or 15 psi. Minutes is 15 to 30 minutes to get rid of the microorganism. Or another one is dipping in 70% of ethanol of these vessels, that is forceps, scalpels and glassware. Followed by, we have to give the flaming, that means placed in the burning fire, immediately followed by cooling. These are all the two methods to remove the microorganism, that is known as aseptic environment. Next sterilization is sterilization of culture room. I told you plant tissue culture room also should be sterilized. Floor and walls are washed with soap, water or detergent, or we can able to wash with 2% sodium hydrochloride or 95% of ethanol. So first we have to wash the floor and walls with a detergent or a soap powder, followed by 2% of sodium hypochlorite or 95% of ethanol. Then the cabinet of laminar airflow chamber, that means, so it is a container like a fridge. The inner side they are having a many trays. So in that chamber also sterilized, that is known as laminar airflow chamber. Sterilized by clearing the work surface with 95% of ethanol. So that each and every cabinet of a laminar airflow is also washed with 95% of ethanol. Then after that, that airflow chamber is exposed to ultraviolet radiation for 15 minutes. So this is the sterilization of culture room. Next sterilization is nutrient media, that means culture medium. The culture medium are present in the glass containers, and the mouth of the glass containers are plugged with non-absorbent cotton, that means it does not absorb any water molecule, or sealed with plastic closures, and then sterilized by using the autoclave method at 15 psi, that is 121 degrees Celsius for 15 to 30 minutes. Not only that, the plant extract vitamins, amino acids, and hormones are sterilized by passing through the millipore filter with 0.2 millimicron pore diameter and then added to sterilized culture medium inside laminar airflow chamber under sterile condition. So the plant extract, that means a juice of a plant, vitamins which we are adding, amino acids, hormones, everything sterilized by using the autoclave, by pass through the millipore filter. That means this extract, vitamin, amino acid, hormones are liquid form, isn't it? That should be filtered with millipore filter. The pore size is 0.2 millimicron diameter and then added to the sterilized culture medium. So these hormones, vitamins, amino acids, plant extracts are sterilized. Then after that it should be added to the, what is that one? Okay, culture medium. Inside the laminar airflow chamber under sterile condition. So this is the another type of sterilization of nutrient media. Next one is the sterilization of explant. That is the important thing. A tissue or a cell or a organ we are taking from the plant pots or a plant is known as explant. That explant is also sterilized. First of all, the plant material to be used for tissue culture should be sterilized by surface sterilization. That means outer surface are sterilized by running tap water. And then the surface sterilization agent like 0.1% mercury chloride and 70% of ethanol under aseptic condition inside the laminar airflow chamber. That means the explant is taken from the rest of your plant body and washed with running water and then it is sterilized by 0.1% mercury chloride and 70% of ethanol. Then after that we are placed it in the sterile laminar airflow chamber. That is the sterilization of explant. So dear students, those are all the different sterilization process. What is the first one? Aseptic environment. Then plant tissue culture room sterilization. Then the nutrient media sterilization. Fourth one is the explant sterilization. Dear students, the first technique of plant tissue culture is sterilization. It is again divided into 4 types of sterilization. Next, we are going to see the media preparation. That means what is that one? Culture medium in which we are going to expose the explant, okay, or introduce the explant. That preparation is known as media preparation or culture medium preparation. Dear students, the composition of the growth medium is very much important in plant tissue culture method. In that culture media, we can able to add plant growth regulators, that is auxin and cytokinin. Then the particular temperature is also necessary, pH value, light intensity and humidity. So these are all the different substances which is present in the culture medium. There is no single medium which are maintaining the optimum growth of your plant tissue culture. So that suitable nutrient medium as per the principle of the plant tissue culture is prepared and used. So each and every plant pots are an explant which require growth regulators, temperature, pH, light intensity and humidity. So that we have to select the suitable nutrient medium as per the principles of plant tissue culture, prepared and used. So this is said to be media preparation. So what are all the different types of media preparation? Different types of culture medium is there, is the important 2-mark question. First one, the medium which was first produced by Murashig and Skoog in the year 1962, which is commonly used in the plant tissue culture method. That medium is known as MS nutrient medium, M for Murashig and S for Skoog. That is said to be MS nutrient medium. It contains carbon components, suitable vitamins and hormones. The media formulation available for plant tissue culture other than MS medium are B5 medium, that means Gamborg and Escolig in the year 1968, that is known as B5 medium. White medium by the scientist White in the year 1943. Niche medium, that is Niche and Niche 1969. So these are all the different culture medium which is used in the plant tissue culture method. Dear students, in this paragraph you have to write only the 5 words. So name the different types of medium or culture medium which is used in the plant tissue culture. Kindly note it down in your textbook. First one, MS nutrient medium. Second one, B5 medium, white medium and Nistich medium. That is the answer for this paragraph, is known as different medium used in the plant tissue culture. Dear students, a medium may be in the form of solid or semi-solid or liquid. There may be in the any form. The solidification of a medium is used with the help of the gelling agent known as agar. That means the solid form, semi-solid form or liquid form. These different forms are modified into solidification by adding the gelling agent is known as agar, is the important 1-mark question. Write the gelling agent which is used in the plant tissue culture method. Dash. The answer is agar. Then 2-mark question is also there. What is agar? It is a complex mucilaginous polysaccharide obtained from the marine algae, that is seaweed, used as solidifying agent in media preparation. That means culture medium preparation. They are using the gelling agent is known as agar, which is prepared from the marine alga, that is seaweed. It is an complex mucilaginous polysaccharide. It's a very, very important 2-mark question. So 1 mark is there, 2 mark is there. And also another 2 mark is, what is that one? 2 mark and 3 mark. Different types of medium. The 1 mark is the gelling agent used in the plant tissue culture is agar. What is agar? It is a complex mucilaginous polysaccharide obtained from marine alga, that is seaweed, used as solidifying agent in the media preparation. That is culture medium preparation. Dear students, see the diagram. This is the basic steps which is involved in the plant tissue culture technology. First one, it is a part of a plant. From that plant, you are taking a cell or a tissue from the leafy region, which is showed in the microscopic structure, that is cell or a tissue sample, which is placed in the culture medium. So commonly used culture medium is, what is that one? MS medium. That is also 1 mark question. Commonly used culture medium in plant tissue culture is, what is that one? MS medium. That is Murashig and Skoog medium. So this tissue sample afterwards produce large number of cells in a mass that is known as callus. A mass of a tissue, undifferentiated unorganized callus formed, that is known as callus. So these callus are introduced into the culture vessel and it is cultured in the culture medium. Further, the culture medium or a callus which are regenerated into newly formed plant in the test tube, that is known as basic steps involved in the plant tissue culture. Dear students, the composition of Murashig and Skoog medium is given here. This is also important 2-mark question. What are all the macronutrients which is present in the MS medium? That is ammonium nitrate, potassium nitrate, calcium chloride, magnesium sulfate, potassium dihydrogen phosphate. Their quantity is also given here. 1650 milligram per liter, 1900, 440, 370, and potassium dihydrogen phosphate is 170 milligram. These are all the macronutrients which is present in the Murashig and Skoog medium. Then the micronutrient, this is also important 2-mark question. Write the micronutrients which is present in the MS medium. Manganese sulfate 22.3 milligram, zinc sulfate 8.6, boric acid 6.2, potassium iodide 0.83. So these are all the 2 types of nutrients, that is macronutrients and micronutrients which is present in the MS medium. Dear students, another one minor nutrient, that is trace nutrients. In the 11th standard, you have studied 3 different types of nutrients, macro, micro and trace, isn't it? That's why they are given minor nutrient. Sodium molybdate 0.250 milligram, cupric sulfate 0.025 milligram, cobaltous chloride, that is 0.025. So this is also important 2-mark question. Then iron stock, that means iron content, NaEDTA 37.25, ferrous sulfate 27.85. Then the vitamins, glycine 2.0 milligram, nicotinic acid 0.5 milligram, pyridoxine HCl 0.5, thiamine HCl 0.1. So these are all the vitamins. This is also important 2-mark question. Then finally, growth hormones, that means auxin, indole acetic acid, natural auxin 1.30 milligram, kinetin, that means cytokinin 0.4 to 10.0 milligram, myoinositol 100 milligram, sucrose 30 gram. Then the important gelling agent or solidifying agent is, what is that one? Agar, that is 8.0 gram. So these are all the different chemical substance, macronutrients, micronutrients, minor nutrients, iron substance, vitamins, hormones and solidifying agent which is present in the Murashig and Skoog medium. Dear students, up to this we have seen 2 techniques. One is the sterilization, second one is the media preparation, then third one is the culture condition. So culture condition means the culture medium which contains certain temperature, humidity, pH value, light intensity, that is said to be culture condition. pH 5.6 to 6.0 is the pH medium required for plant tissue culture process. Then the temperature is 25 degrees Celsius to plus or minus 2 degrees Celsius is the optimum temperature for plant tissue culture method. Then humidity and light intensity, 50 to 60% of humidity is required, and also they are used 16 hours for photo period. Then they are illuminated of the cool white fluorescent tubes of 1000 lux. So lux is the unit which is measured for the light intensity. That is said to be humidity and light intensity. Humidity is 50 to 60%. Photo period is 16 hours. Then illumination of cool white fluorescent tube is 1000 lux. So the word water given here only is the correct answer. Humidity 50 to 60%. Photo period 16 hours. Then the illumination of cool white fluorescence equal to 1000 lux. The temperature, the answer is 25 degrees Celsius plus or minus 2 degrees Celsius is a normal temperature. pH value is the important 1 mark question, 5.6 to 6.0. This is the important 1 mark question. Temperature 25 degrees Celsius plus or minus 2 degrees Celsius. That means it can able to extend 25 plus 2 27 or 25 minus 2 23. That is said to be 25 degree plus or minus 2 degree Celsius. Then humidity 50 to 60%. Photo period how many hours? 16 hours. Light intensity is 1000 lux. Then aeration, that means air. Aeration is to the culture can be provided by shaking the flask or a tubes which are using as a culture vessel. Culture on automatic shaker or aeration of the medium by passing with filter sterilized air. By shaking the culture vessel we can able to give the aeration, or we can able to pass through the sterilized filter air. That is called aeration. So these are all the different process of culture condition. The next step is the induction of callus. A explant is selected from a plant, leaf, stem, tuber or root. The size of the explant is 1 to 2 centimeter. Inoculated. So inoculated means it transferring the explant to sterile glass tube containing nutrient medium. That means we are introducing the explant into the glass tube or a glass container containing the culture medium. So the leaf or a stem or a tuber or a root which is inoculated into the culture medium which contains Murashik and Skog medium with the growth hormones, auxins, and the room temperature is 25 degrees Celsius plus or minus 2 degrees Celsius. We have seen in the previous culture condition. And the photo period, what is the photo period? We have to give dark and light period, that is said to be photoperiodism. Here photo period and dark period, light and dark period for 12 hours to induce the cell division. As soon as in different environmental condition and also required environmental condition, the explant which gives rise to a mass of cell is known as callus. What is callus? Very, very important 2 mark question. Only one line. Callus is a mass of unorganized growth of a plant cell. There is no organ. See the diagram. It is a mass of cell. We cannot able to say that one, this region is said to be the shoot, this one is the leaf, this one is the root, like that we are unable to say. It is a mass of a plant cell. Undifferentiated mass of a cell is known as callus, or a tissues in an in vitro culture medium. That is known as callus. Callus is a mass of unorganized growth of plant cell or tissues in a in vitro culture medium. That is known as callus. Dear students, the next step is embryogenesis. Dear students, The basic techniques of plant tissue culture, first one is the sterilization, second one is the media preparation, third one is the culture condition, fourth one is the incubation of the callus. Next one is the embryogenesis. Dear students, embryogenesis, that means the callus which is produced in the culture medium undergoes differentiation and produces the somatic embryos. That means embryos which are produced from the body cells, that is said to be somatic embryos. Body cell means what is that one? We are placing a small segment of a leaf, isn't it? A tissue of a leaf. So this is the vegetative organ or a body cell. So these body cells are producing the embryo is known as somatic embryos or embryoids. Two more questions. What are embryoids? The callus cell undergo and differentiation and produces somatic embryos known as embryoids. These embryoids are subcultured in the plant tissue culture tubes to produce the newly formed plantlets. See the test tube. This is the test tube which are containing the plantlets. So these plantlets are afterwards introduced into the natural environmental condition. See the word. They are produced in the artificial condition in the laboratory under controlled environmental condition. They are producing the young plantlets or young plant known as embryoids. So these young plantlets are introduced into the natural environment in a stepwise manner. That is known as a last step of plant tissue culture, that is hardening. Dear students, this is the last technique of plant tissue culture, hardening. The plantlets, that is newly formed plant, developed in the in vitro plant tissue culture method, are transferred to the greenhouse or hardening chamber and then for normal environmental condition. That is known as hardening. So hardening is a gradual exposure of in vitro plantlets in humid chambers in diffused light for acclimatization so as to enable them to grow under normal field condition. So the plantlets which are produced in the test tube culture are introduced into the normal or natural environmental condition in a stepwise manner is known as hardening. So dear students, these are all the different methods involved in the plant tissue culture technique. So the question is, write the basic techniques of plant tissue culture. First one is the sterilization, then media preparation, culture condition, inoculation of callus and embryogenesis. Finally, it is introduced into the natural environment. That is known as hardening. Dear students, I hope have you all understood different basic techniques of plant tissue culture. Up to this, I conclude my video. Remaining, we will see in the next video class. God bless you. All the best, children.